Guess what I did today? I passed my California driver's license test. That means I'm legal to drive California now. Isn't that exciting? Are you excited? I'm excited. We're all excited. Maybe slightly terrified. That's okay too. I had like such a long list of like topics that I wanted to talk about today, but it just might end up being me rambling, which is usually what these videos consist of me doing anyways. So yeah, I kind of had a very like out of touch from my spirituality type week last week, and a little bit the week before, where I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, and I didn't meditate. If I'm not praying or meditating, then I feel like I'm kind of like just drifting all over the place. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. This week's church topic was like being pushed or pulled in a certain direction, and I have this like giant question. How do you plan for the future while also staying in the present? I don't know, I get scared about the future. I don't want to think about the future that much because I think I've had so many near-death experiences at this point in my life. You know, I think it's totally possible for me to just like get hit by a bus tomorrow and then bam, like what then? A couple months ago I almost overdosed on a laced batch of marijuana. As far as I know, it was laced. Either that or I had some type of panic attack which felt like a heart attack. Either way, I was hospitalized and it felt like I was dying. I fought really hard to stay alive, and ever since that moment, with me basically telling my soul to like stay in my body, like you are not leaving this, you are not ready to die yet, I've had a completely new outlook on life. Any second you could be gone, and it's really weird to think about that because the last couple of years I've really taken life for granted. I've definitely reached that point in my adulthood that I don't feel invincible anymore. In fact, I feel very vulnerable, very breakable, and that's terrifying. I'm just like very thankful to be alive. Especially, you know, I've had 3 suicide attempts. I'm sure you guys have noticed in my videos, I used to have a really bad cutting problem. I'm very lucky to never have severed like a major artery or anything. I'm just very lucky. I used to treat my body like crap. I don't know what I want to do in the future. I have some good things going. I think what got me so depressed in the past is I think a lot of people are programmed, especially in America. I don't know about in other countries or whatever, but in America we're very programmed from like the time we're in elementary school to like the time we graduate high school, is that we have to be, what college are we going to, how many years are we going to go, what kind of car we have in the future, like what age do we want to get married, like we have to have all these things planned out. And your family members are constantly bombarding you. Oh, so what college are you going to go to? Oh, so what are you going to do about this? And it's just like overwhelming. What is the world's obsession with having to have a plan for the future? Why? By 18, I'm gonna, you know, go off to college and do this. By 24, I'm going to get married. By 25, I'm going to have a child. By 26, I'm going to buy a house. The more I get in touch with my spirituality, the more I think to myself when something happens or something gets put in front of me. Like, for example, whenever this church got put in front of me, like, I was already kind of spiritual at that point, but I wasn't like totally into it like I am now. But when this church got set in front of me and it was, you know, well, do you want to go to this? I felt that like pull in myself. I was like, I need to go to this church. Something divine is pulling me towards this church, so I should go and attend this church. And it was probably one of the best decisions that I made because now my faith is at the forefront and helping direct my life. And I very much go by what my gut and what I believe the universe is telling me. And it's made such an amazing difference in the way that I'm choosing, or the way that I'm living my life. I'm not as angry at myself, but still sometimes, you know, I get in that mindset, well, I need to be planning for 5 years in the future, and I think maybe for some people that works. I'm not like that. I'm a very go with the flow person. I'm very spontaneous. Do I want to plan for my future? When I left for California, I think I knew deep somewhere inside of me that I wasn't going to go back to Texas. For those who don't know, I bought a one-way ticket to California, decided that I want to start a life here and start building a life for myself. I kind of got to the point in Texas where I didn't have any more room to grow. I think coming out would have been out of the question if I was in Texas. I don't think I would have had the opportunity to explore myself and really discover what it is I really want in a partner, what I am attracted to. I think a lot of the people around me just expected me to be this certain way, and it's kind of like, you know, they teach you in like drug recovery and alcoholic recovery to change your surroundings when you're recovering, and I think that was just a part of my recovery. In order for me to be the best person that I can be, I just had to take a step away. It's not anybody's fault, but I think everybody just had this preconceived notion of me, of who I was, and I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm gonna continue to make mistakes, but it's not fair for me or for anybody else to stick me under this label. This is what I am, and that's what I'm gonna be forever, and just because of this, this, and this, and this, that means I'm not gonna be successful in the future. But I don't know about my future. I'm not totally worried about it. My future just seems like a mystery, but I kind of like it to be like that. I don't want to know what's gonna happen. You know, eventually down the line, I would like to have a van which I travel in. I will travel. I will get a van. I want to get married, continue to live with an open mind even as I get older and continue to learn things. I'm really scared that once I hit like a certain age, all of a sudden, like, I'll just get really complacent with how things are and just stop really wanting to learn. That scares me. I've thrown around ideas that maybe come the winter semester, I'll go back to school. What I want to start saving up for is a trip to England. I have a lot of family in England, and I feel like I need to go there to kind of discover parts about myself that I haven't been able to explore really. I want to go back to see where I lived when I was younger and see where my grandparents grew up and see where my mom and my aunt lived. You know, if there's one place in the entire world that I could go, I would go there, and not just for seeing the sights, but I really want to go learn about my family history. I think that's all I really have to talk about today. It's been a very rambly video. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you later. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fabulous day. Do something nice for yourself. Take care of yourself. And I love you. Bye.